TaxDiamond has support for translating documents in an evaluation to English. Documents uploaded as indicator evidence, uploaded in meetings, standard documents, related documents and assessment reports can all be translated automatically. The document translation process starts when you upload a document. Internally, TaxDiamond extracts the document text, even when the document is an image or a photograph of a document. Once TaxDiamond has the text of the document, it calls an automatic translation process to obtain the corresponding text in English. In some cases, TaxDiamond can directly translate a document, retaining the original format. TaxDiamond can translate text from most document formats. Text is obtained by using a variety of strategies, including reading from the document directly or optical character recognition. Translation is performed using specialized translation services, such as Google Translate. To illustrate the difference between basic text translation and text translation retaining format, consider this document in Russian. TaxDiamond extracts the textual representation of the document, and hence loses any format. This text is then translated into English. This process is fast and cost-effective, and in most cases allows us to read a document to understand the content. However, documents that have tables, figures and charts are difficult to translate. Since the text extraction loses the format, the corresponding text, and its translation, can be difficult to interpret. Translation retaining format will translate directly, retaining all the tables, charts and figures. This type of translation is more time-consuming and costly, but essential for some documents. TaxDiamond uses specialized translation services that have a cost. Translation of pure text is the least costly option, and text translation retaining the original format is expensive, at about 8 cents per page. Hence, only owners of the evaluation can request translations, but all evaluators can see the resulting translations. Let's look at how TaxDiamond processes translations. Let's open an assessment. We will go into an indicator and here we will load some evidence in Russian. We will fill out the required information before we upload the document, so we are allowed to save the indicator. Notice that on top of the Upload section we have a language drop-down menu that allows us to select the language of the document. By default, this menu is set to the language of the assessment, but we can change it. Underneath the language drop-down menu, we have a checkbox that lets the system know if it needs to extract textual data and translate the text into English. Let's load our Russian document. This is a PDF file that was scanned, so it has no text. It is just an image. We need to save the indicator, so our file will be permanently attached to the indicator. Otherwise, we'll lose all our work. If you did not select the Extract Textual Data checkbox initially, you can always select it later. Notice that next to the file there is an icon with 3 dots. If we select it, there is a menu that shows an item that reads, Change Language of File. A pop-up window will appear and there you can change the language of the file and request a translation of the text. Once you have requested the translation, TaxDiamond will extract the textual data and request an automatic translation. This will typically take a couple of minutes, and once the translation is done, you can view it by selecting the menu item, Show Text File. This will open a new window that shows the original text extracted, and the translated text. This is the most cost-effective translation, and should be used first if the textual data is sufficient to understand the contents of the document. If the document is an image or a PDF file, you can graphically translate portions of the file by selecting the menu option, Itemized Translation. This will open a window where you will see a picture of the content of the PDF or image file. Here you can select a portion of the image, and the system will perform optical character recognition on the image and translate the text. As you select multiple sections of the image, the system will display the translation on the right-hand side of the screen. The system will remember the selections and the translated text, so you can come back to the file and review the translation without having to reselect the regions. You can also download the translations by clicking on the Download button. This works well for scanned documents and PDF files, and it is also cost-effective, even though it is a little more laborious, but it allows great specificity as to what you want to translate. If you have a PDF file, a Word file, with the DocX extension, or a PowerPoint document, with a PPTX extension, you can request that TaxDiamond attempt to translate the file retaining the format by selecting the option, Translate and Retain Format. This is the most expensive option, with a cost of 8 US cents per page, so use it only when all other options do not work. Once translated, you can download the translated document. Note that once translated you can download it as many times as necessary. Please note that Microsoft Office has similar support for Word and PowerPoint files, and you should only use Diamond's translation features when this is not available. To translate a document using Word or PowerPoint, open the document and select the Review option. There, select the Translate feature. In most cases, Microsoft Office will do a fair job. If this does not work, you can always save the file as a PDF, and upload it to Diamond to process the file using Diamond's translation features.